I could feel when the seizures are coming, I could feel it coming through my hands, and it works its way up to my arm that goes through my whole entire body. And then I feel like I could barely breathe, and I'm like searching for air.
Mackenzie's always enjoyed playing outside. She likes swimming, climbing trees, riding horses. With her having seizures now, I just can't let her do those things because there's always a risk of her having a seizure. These seizures would last anywhere from 3 to 4 minutes, which doesn't sound like a long time. But when she's gasping, trying to catch her breath, it's a long time.
Now, in Makenzie's case, she was having pretty much every other day seizure frequency that was really affecting her quality of life. So at that point, we decided that she is a surgical candidate. Then the question was, how do we do it?
Up to that point, I had never even heard of the surgery. I didn't know anything about it. I was very, very interested. It was the best news I'd heard in a long time. Because up till then, the only answer anybody had was just to continue to medicate her with more drugs and stronger drugs.
Obviously, our ultimate goal was to make her seizure-free, but at the same time, we didn't want to trade seizure freedom for certain neurological deficit following surgery.
They thought that there was a possibility that her whole left side would be paralyzed, including not being able to walk, and she would have to regain that function. Immediately before going for the second surgery, they performed one last test, and as they were taking her away, Dr. Lee pulled me on the side and said that he didn't think it looked good, that it looked like she was going to lose the function in her left arm.
Everybody is a little different. Even, let's say we took out exactly the area we wanted to take out, sometimes there could be some unforeseen deficit, even though it could be temporary.
Of course, you feel a little bit on the helpless side when they take them away, because they're going away without you. They had told us it would be anywhere from a 6 to 8 hour surgery, stay close. So kind of milled around the hospital, and 3 hours into it, we got a phone call that they were closing, and they wanted to meet us in the consultation room. The recovery nurse came out and got me and brought me back. Makenzie wasn't all the way awake yet. She was still real out of it. But the first thing I did was walk to the side of her bed and grab her hand to see if she could move it. And she did. She squeezed my hand. I knew then we were going to be fine. Everything was going to be okay. The next morning, they let us go home. She was up and active and having no issues, so home we went.
Back then, I had to go everywhere she went, and when I went somewhere that she couldn't go, she felt left out or whatever. And now, it feels like she can be independent now.
Now I'm able to swim without my dad or my mom, and go into the field all by myself and climb trees. I feel like I could be myself again.
I'm very much looking forward to never having another seizure. Her having the opportunity now to make up and catch up for what she's missed out the last 2 years as far as educationally goes, and then start working on what we want to be when we grow up.
What do you want to be when you grow up? Do you know yet?
I don't know, probably a fashion designer or a singer, I don't know.